All right, guys, so it looks like the game has started. G2 against Fnatic, and Cobblestone is the first map that we can look to expect. And it looks like aggression is absolutely what we're going to get straight away. Just jumping straight into the connector position is Fnatic as they start to try to get into the A bomb side as well. Kenny S there is going to be able to jump in on the flank to remove most of the Fnatic opposition. So just Crims in a 1-on-3. And I guess that's my casting done. I'm going to head off. Take it away, guys.
Later, as Crims is definitely in a 1v3, and he's going to get shot in the back.
Included the tree, which I think is super nice. Because sometimes you'll have, oh no, it drops down. All right, just towards the pizza. JW, inside of the smoke itself, finds Shocks, who decides to get aggressive on through. Dennis with a headshot onto body, and it's Kenny with a response back through the edge of the cement. NBK with one, but Crims with another. And so it's Apex with a 1v3 on the table. Molotov rains out, tries to force the player away from the bomb itself, and it's there that he finds the first. That's Olaf down, but Flusha drains him from the site. That's the first time I saw it with Zeus's teams, but they don't double it down with anybody at the bottom of mid, right? So they try to go for the four-man play into the B site, and it's going to get locked down at first, but Flusha and Crims are able to take two, and suddenly it's a 3v3. Flusha with a headshot and another drops NBK and leaves it on Apex yet once more. Deja vu. As he drops into the drop room, that is where he falls. Fnatic with a fantastic round, especially with a frag to soften him up. Looks as though Fnatic, though, already pulling the trigger on pushing out. We do have body just underneath the lip of the ledge. Going to be removed by Flusha, but NBK with the pistol is able to find at least one. Shocks now has the op, and he takes Flusha himself. So a 2 versus 3 is what we're left with, and another through the edge. Crims responding back leaves it just down to Shocks.
1v2, Crims down to 43. Look at that, he catches Crims jumping as Shocks has brought it back to a 1v1 now, and he gets caught though as Olaf comes around the corner. Okay, well at least we have map control somewhere.
JW falls in, classic opening of the drop down from him. Looking for more here as Shocks is spotted on the runway. And a man still boosted high here. Kenny S up close, hits the no-scope though. Crims goes down, and it's G2 with a man advantage.
Yes, he's going to deal more damage. It's low HP. JW will have no problems dispatching of him. Apex thinking about rotating, but he is the lone player in A, kind of like an anchor, but he is going to slowly work in towards connector. Needs to deal with JW first, who's making a hell of a lot of noise, keeping G2 honest towards B, as well as keeping Apex at least entertained. Thinking leaving A is JW finds body pushing in to deal with him, and JW's got 2 for his troubles. That's a 4K from JW, doing a lovely job down drop. Opens up the maps, forces rotations, as he'll finally go down, but Flusha finds the last, and Fnatic
near take body out. He's down to just a quarter of health. The Molotov going to force him to peek, and he burns alive on the staircase. Fnatic going to pull the trigger on that one. NBK up close, though, has something to say about it as he shuts down the first man. Dennis now lit to 10 points of health. He, too, could topple, and he's out. Olaf yet to find a response to the op, but he will take another. NBK to do the same, and a 2-on-2 ensues.
Apex with the flank, though. The CZ flank finds Crims, and now Flusha's kind of stuck between a rock and a flank. He has to worry about the player back connector / rock, and they are just going to completely fall back, give room for Flusha to sweat in and overthink possibly the situation, as he is going to walk around, find the 1v1, but he can't control it, as Apex gets a second with his CZ. A/A aggression? They're also lining up some utility. As Fnatic get 2 down drop, 1 player plat, and Olaf's got the flick. So that may be what prompts Fnatic to go.
Great flick shot from Olaf. Hits the head as well. Style points added to the pool. As Kenny S is going to try to respond back with an op of his own. Terrorists, however, have flashed him effectively, and he tries to fall to the site. He's going to get away for the time being here, as body hits a shot. Olaf drops, and NBK finds another. This is just like the round before, where NBK takes 3, and body finds the last. You know, this is a good play. You don't want to get close to the drop-down room, right? So body stays at a distance. Not that it's going to matter. Crims still hits himself one hell of a headshot. NBK, however, will drop him back by 1. Kenny S as well, plucking a man from connector, but it's Flusha from the backlines to surprise Apex again. Shoxy trying to get aggressive here, but he's not falling for Olaf's games until Dennis, surprise, surprise, blasts his head wide open. 3v2 for Fnatic as they try to get the bomb towards B. NBK within the drop needs to come up big, and he will as he finds Olaf. Kenny takes Flusha, and it's just down to Dennis. 40 seconds to play off of as he retrieves the M4 and looks for more. He'll find it. NBK taken out, and it's just down to Kenny.
Kenny, 2 kills already this round, looking for the 3rd. Same goes with Dennis. And Kenny, yeah, just holding the angle. Dennis shoulder peeking it a bit too much.
This is where the bomb's now rotated back, so there's going to be a lot of pressure on Apex to hold this back. He needs at least 1 frag, preferably 2, because the rotation's coming in, but he misses the first, still able to drop Olaf. Dennis with a response, but there's just no time. Flusha finds the headshot, tries to jump to the site, and Kenny plucks him from the skies.
Apex, the auto shotty, going to be playing close stables towards corner. As Flusha thinking about coming around, but JW gets his 2nd towards the B site. Apex with the auto, gonna miss the first couple bullets, and that will send him flying. Kenny S will miss his shot, and that will be the same fate as he will die as well. Body, the last one remaining in a 1v5, as Olaf is kind of sent here, not even on a scavenging mission. This is like a commitment. 3 players coming from Plat. Body's gonna wide swing, immediately shut down from Flusha, as Kenny S is in a prime spot with his back rock. He's hoping 1 player peeks him. That nade damage dealt to Olaf from it, plus some bullets thrown his way. Apex will find Flusha. Now Kenny S can just sit here. Good smoke in sight, may allow the bomb planted, but Olaf needs some help from Dennis, and it's not coming today or tonight, as G2 will go ahead and take the half with a 1-round lead.
And string a bunch together, and then we get the resurgence as well. So this game is still in the air, but Olaf Meister is going to feel the heat towards long A, finds the man within the air itself. NBK and Kenny, however, trade it back, and there's one from Apex to make this more convincing. Fnatic trying to play off the man disadvantage, and suddenly it's just JW. 6 points of health and 3 opponents ahead of him.
Yeah, how does he play this out? Because he knows he's so late. Good crosshair placement, but Kenny S just with the HP pool above him.
Very powerful weapon when used in the right hands. It's Dennis, a great pistol player himself, who takes 1, but Body smashes him back.
And Olaf's looking for something with his eagle. He wants to go fishing. He's going big fish hunting, if you will. As Shocks going to be playing around the stairs with his MAC-10. We'll spot out Flusha, but Flusha's just doing shoulder peek so lovely as they try to converge onto Shocks, who is just a 1-man fake. While the real hit is coming out towards A, and all the kills are going to go G2's way. Not much Fnatic could really do with the positioning they had, the lack of aggression. They really kind of went for it. They went for kind of a passive Zeds play, and G2 are looking like they want to kind of challenge towards mid. Body will swing first. No one is going to be close mid for Fnatic, as Olaf needs some help towards stables. His teammates are rotating. Olaf gets the favorable first engagement for himself. Kenny S is going to peek into it, and that will take him down, as Shocks will cover his teammates. And JW and Olaf only get 1 apiece, but there is a player back sight for Fnatic.
Kenny S is trying to scope in here, grab something to work with. 35 seconds left to play off of. Doesn't leave them with much time, so G2 need to force their way in here, and Fnatic are ready and waiting. Crims with the Mag-7, Dennis with the M4, Body left as the last man from G2, Galil in hand. And not much time whatsoever. 15 seconds, he's getting peeked, and he has been dealt with. Fnatic hold the line.
Now it looks like it is going to be Shocks just told to go on a solo mission towards Plat. 1 player will be behind him, but quite staggered and pushed back his body, as Shocks is just sent out. He said go hunting, you have a free season, and he's going to get the opener up on the flush, and he's looking for some more. Shocks, really the 1-man army, gets 2 entries, but he won't check his right. That gives room for JW to try to shut down his teammates. But this is all Shocks and G2 just coming out on top.
Yeah, Crims just suddenly all alone. And definitely not with the best weapon to do so. Shoxy just gets so aggressive on the platform, completely obliterates that B-site defense. And had he checked the corner, could have found a 3rd. Crims from afar, though, will find the headshot. That's Body to hit the dirt. And immediately we see G2 just take control of that A-site, right? So Kenny's just going to be allowed to have a field day here in this round. And his Body was already made his way out from lower mid, finds Dennis from the corner and just snubs him out. Olaf within the sites calling for reinforcements as they get to arrive. They're going to get bottlenecked through the connector zone, and that's where Olaf dies. So suddenly Crims is the last line of defense on the site itself, and he drops the bomb. Something to work with. Apex swings it back, however. And so Fnatic with something to work with. Only 2 players left standing. No utility, 1 kit. This looks like a round for the French.
Yeah, Kenny S is going to get that bomb planted. Flusha From balcony, we'll find Apex immediately though. Kenny S will just wide swing of the op, no fear, get the frag.
If G2 force this fight on the B site, then Fnatic are able to just hold things back. It's Shoxy leading the charge and trying to replicate that one round. He's got a man just next to him though, and so many flashbangs. JW with the opening frag, Shox peeks wide, and he takes one as NBK does the same. It's through the smoke, his second. So there's Crims, but he too toppled. It is just down to Olaf. JW tries to get that peek off the shotgun, but again, he's not having the best weapon to do this with. Tries to fire some buckshot downrange, but his body takes him out, and NBK then takes the next. So the site has crumbled. Flusha arrives from the rotation, but Kenny S deals with that. Dennis is coming in from drop down, and it's Olaf on the flank. This could be G2 sealing the deal.
It's looking a lot like it. Dennis and Olaf gonna try to fight back into this one. Shox will deal with the flank. Olaf's gone, and Dennis gets cleaned up from body. G2, a sharp T-round.